Hey guys, how are you tonight? It's Amy here with Shores Wellness Solutions, and tonight we're going to talk about how to make your garden thrive with doTERRA essential oils. How to get rid of those pesky pest bugs that are messing with your garden, and how to have a nice thriving garden using natural solutions. So we're going to get started. It is 6:30, so welcome everyone. We are going to first go into why do I choose doTERRA essential oils when I'm using essential oils? Well, the first reason I choose doTERRA is because of their co-impact sourcing. doTERRA sources its oils from all over the world, and it's derived in its indigenous environment, which means it's they get the oils where they're grown naturally. So when you have the best environment, the proper altitude, climate, seasons, and soil, you get a better and more superior product. So this is where doTERRA's commitment to purity begins. The second reason that we use doTERRA essential oils is that they're certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. It means every oil has zero fillers, synthetics, dyes, pesticides, contaminants of any kind. So they're just pure, unadulterated oils grown by experienced farmers in their indigenous lands. So it's a great product to use. doTERRA created this standard as a promise of purity, and each and every batch is third-party tested, so you can be confident in not just their purity, but the potency as well. And you want to make sure you have something pure and potent if you're going to help your garden thrive, right? Or if you're going to use those products for yourself or for your family. So that's a very important part to pay attention to when you're getting your essential oils. So we're going to talk about the 3 ways that you can use essential oils, and then we'll get to the fun stuff when we talk about how to help your garden thrive. So first, you can use essential oils topically, which means you can put them on your body, right? There's a lot of reasons that you'd want to use it topically. When you put them on your body topically, they can reach the bloodstream within 20 seconds, and then they're distributed throughout the body within 20 minutes. So you get lots of benefits by using the oils topically. It's really good and it's best to dilute your essential oils in fractionated coconut oil so you can avoid skin sensitivity. Not everyone is sensitive to the essential oils, putting them on their skin, but you may have a sensitivity, and you always want to dilute them when you're using them with children. Very important. And you can use a fractionated coconut oil or some kind of carrier oil, and it absorbs into the skin very quickly. You can also apply essential oils to the back of the neck or along the spine. There are a lot of great health benefits by applying essential oils topically. Okay, and we're going to talk about that a little more, but today's more about gardening, so we're going to get to that soon. All right, you can also use essential oils aromatically, which means you can put them in a diffuser and diffuse them throughout the air. It's going to help clean the air, purify it. It's very good for helping to uplift your mood or helping you sleep if you're having trouble sleeping at night as well. And another way you can use essential oils is by taking a drop, just like this. I've got some here. And you can just put a drop in your hand. I've got some peppermint oil here. It's the end of the day. I've been working all day, so we want it to be uplifted. Rub your hands together, cup it over your nose, and take 3 big breaths in. It's going to open up your airways. You're going to feel better. You're going to be more alert and awake. And so it's a great product to have. And then when you're finished, you can actually put it on the back of your neck and rub it in as well. So that's another way that you can use essential oils to help uplift you as well. Okay. The third way you can use essential oils is internally. So doTERRA is the only brand of essential oil that I would trust to use internally. You don't want to assume that it's okay to just get any brand of essential oil because you're not sure of the purity. Okay, so, and it varies greatly and depending on which products that you're using. So if the oil is safe for consumption, on the bottle it will clearly state that it's approved for internal use. So if you take a look, I don't know if you can see here, but on the bottle, if you can take it internally, it'll say for internal use. I don't know if you can see that, but it'll read right there that you can take it internally. There are going to be a few oils that you won't want to do take internally, and that because it's a tree bark or something that you wouldn't eat. But if it's something that you can eat, like peppermint or wild orange, grapefruit, any of those things, then you should be able to take it internally if it's a pure, unadulterated oil. Okay, so it's very important to make sure when you're taking oils internally as well, you never want to put essential oils into plastic. You want to make sure that you're putting those oils into stainless steel or glass. If you're putting it into plastic, what happens is the oil can actually leach onto the plastic and pull the toxins out of the plastic, and then you're eating that as well. And so it's not recommended. They're very, very powerful. So make sure you know what products you're using, that they're pure before you're taking them internally, and that they're safe to be used internally as well. So another reason I like doTERRA is they make a positive impact on the world. doTERRA has a foundation called the Healing Hands Foundation, and it's a nonprofit organization committing to improving lives through partnering with organizations that offer hope to millions around the world. The Healing Hands seek to bring healing and hope to the world, and they help those live lives free of disease and poverty. So they ultimately empower impoverished communities with the tools they need to become self-reliant. It's super awesome what they do. They have a lot, every dollar when you buy something for the Healing Hands Foundation, every single dollar goes directly to this foundation. The company covers all of the overhead costs and everything. So it's super, super fabulous what they're doing. And co-impact sourcing is another reason that doTERRA is super phenomenal. In addition to applying the highest quality essential oils, doTERRA is committed to making a positive difference in the lives of farmers, harvesters, and distillers who contribute to the doTERRA's oil production. So one super cool thing about doTERRA that you can check the purity of all their oils is they utilize something called Source to You. This website is a website you can go to, and you can get access to quality reports on the exact oils that you have in your home. So if you're using doTERRA, every single bottle, if you take a look, has a batch number on the bottom. And if you go to Source to You, you can check that batch number and you can see where that oil was sourced and all of the testing that it went through in order to make sure of its purity. So it's a super wonderful thing about doTERRA, rather than just picking something off the shelf that you have no clue where it came from. So it's really important. So why do we want to use essential oils to help with our gardening, right? We want to reduce our toxic load if we want to avoid becoming an uncomfortable cystic, and the versatility of essential oils makes it really easy to use these products to help get rid of pests and help your garden grow. So while the oils can help you clean your home, they reduce stress and manage seasonal threats, we're going to focus today on our garden. And a lot of you have been looking at pictures I've posted, and I haven't posted recently some of the gardening pictures from the boat and from our home because we have gardens in both areas. And so I'll show you a picture. I'll post a picture tomorrow of how much it's grown even since. So using the essential oils are really great for helping bees pollinate the plants. And we're going to talk about some of the products that are going to help with that and getting pests away, so you don't have to worry about toxic chemicals to spray in your garden that are going to affect the harvest of what you're putting into your body. So let's take a look at the first product. The first product I'm going to talk about is an essential oil called Terra Shield. Terra Shield is one of doTERRA's best oil blends for gardeners. Its newly updated formula contains a select blend of essential oils including ylang-ylang, cedarwood, catnip, lemon eucalyptus, litsea, arborvitae, nootka, and vanilla bean absolute. So all of these possess specific chemical compounds known to protect against environmental annoyances. So your mosquitoes and any of those little bugs that are running around when you're out gardening. Nobody loves the mosquitoes getting bit up. I know they've been out, at least in Michigan. I know we've got some people watching that are not from Michigan. And so I know that here the mosquitoes, I think, have been pretty bad. So using Terra Shield, you can put it on your skin topically, you can diffuse it, you can spray it around all of the area where you're working, and it helps to get rid of the mosquitoes. So you can also make a plant safe, people safe, and pet safe pest away spray. So how you're gonna do that, you're gonna add 4 ounces of purified water and 50 drops of Terra Shield in a glass or stainless steel spray bottle. Shake well and spray it on yourself and the family, and you can help keep bugs away. Just make sure you're not spraying it in your eyes. Nobody wants to get any essential oils in your eyes because it will burn like anything else. So you don't want to put it in your eyes. So another thing that we're going to talk about, another little tip and trick for the essential oils today, is when you're using your gardening tools. Not everyone has a greenhouse or a gardening shed to keep their tools in. You want to make sure they're well cleaned for indoor storage. So a great way to clean your gardening tools is to make your own gardening tool cleaner. So all you need is 2 liters of water and 10 drops of melaleuca or tea tree oil. You'll combine that in a glass spray bottle, and you can use that to sanitize tools, pots. You could even spray it on your hands because it's non-toxic, and you can clean and disinfect everything that you've used that goes into the garden or on your hands. So that's another great tip. So I'm going to also take a few moments to talk about companion planting in the garden. So if you companion plant certain plants together, it's gonna help give you a bigger and a more thriving garden, because certain plants that are planted together help to repel certain bugs or pests for that plant. And you can use certain essential oils if you haven't done the companion planting with the actual plants themselves. You can actually use certain essential oils to spray around the leaves and all around your garden with that to help get the same benefits, which is pretty awesome. So companion planting is basically planting, if I could talk tonight, is planting different crops together for any number of reasons. So pest control, pollination, having the right plants together helps to pollinate the plants. It provides a habitat for beneficial creatures to maximize the use of space, and it helps to increase your crop productivity. So it's pretty important to learn some plants that are going to work well together, and using essential oils from the appropriate companion plants help the plants get the resources they need and help them become as healthy as possible. So the plant doesn't know the difference between another plant or the essential oils, because let's remember, the essential oils are actually the oils from the plant. So some of the things that you can do, first you would add a drop of essential oil for every single ounce of water used in your spray. So here's some plant combinations and oils that can go with those plants if you haven't planted those actual plants together, okay? So you can use basil, loves tomato and lettuce. So planting basil with tomato and lettuce is great, or using the basil essential oil to spray around your tomato and lettuce plants. Dill loves cabbage, cucumber, lettuce, and onion. So that's a great combination. Rosemary loves beans, cabbage, and carrots. And sage loves cabbage, carrots, and tomatoes. So you can also use basil, marjoram, oregano, and thyme. They love all garden crops. So those are great go-to oils to have on hand if you haven't planted them together around all your other gardening plants. So pretty cool, a nice way. It helps your garden grow and thrive by having those plant combinations together. So a natural herbicide. People do ask me that quite often. So you can use full strength on weeds. So if you have weeds in the cracks of, let's say, your patio, your sidewalk, things like that, a natural solution to that is going to be using vinegar. Something you can get very easily. It's inexpensive. If you're trying to kill weeds between the cracks of your patio, you can actually take vinegar and use it full strength, spray it in the weeds and the cracks, okay? It's an easy way to use as a herbicide. Vinegar also kills slugs. When you're looking to kill slugs, you want to spray a 50-50 mixture of vinegar and water together. So that's 50-50 if you're looking to kill slugs. If you want to preserve cut flowers, you would add 2 tablespoons of vinegar and 1 teaspoon of sugar for every liter of water. So if you have a great growing garden and you want to take those cut flowers, bring them into the house and help preserve them, you would just use 2 tablespoons of vinegar and a teaspoon of sugar, put it in a liter, and then you have those cut flowers. It's going to help them last and stay blooming a lot longer. And the last I'm going to talk about with vinegar is washing your garden vegetables. You can make a bath of 1.5 liters of water to 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Mix that up and you can wash all your vegetables that you bring into the house, and you won't have any toxic chemicals on your harvest. So, who wants to grow bigger produce and more flowers? If you've got a garden, everyone wants to have a beautiful flowering garden bed. Everyone wants to produce as much as they can with their garden. So one thing you want to consider when you're trying to produce more or have bigger blooms is using Epsom salts. So magnesium is critical for seed germination, production of chlorophyll, and aids in the absorption of phosphorus and nitrogen. Sulfur is a key element in plant growth, which helps produce vitamins. So to use Epsom salts, you want to add 1 tablespoon to the soil when planting, or mix into the soil around established plants. You can also dissolve 1 tablespoon per gallon of water and use it to water plants every 2 weeks. If you're having pest problems, this would be a great time to add the essential oil that will ward off the specific pests. So you have multiple uses for getting rid of your pests. So I'll give you a quick rundown, and I'll actually post a picture in the comments later. I do have some pictures that are going to have some of the recipes on it to make it easy for you. So I'll go back in after I'm finished today, and if you missed something or you want a recipe that I've talked about today, just put a message in the comments and I'll make sure to get that up for you so you can see those. So a quick rundown would be Arborvitae essential oil. That is going to help get rid of just about every pest you can think of. That's one of your go-tos. Basil helps to get rid of flies. Cedarwood gets rid of bed bugs and fleas. So if you have pets and things like that, cedarwood is a great one to have so there's no fleas in the area where your pet is running around. Eucalyptus helps to get rid of flies and cockroaches. Geranium gets rid of ticks. Lavender gets rid of fleas, flies, ticks, mosquitoes, and moths. Lemongrass helps with chiggers, fleas, mosquitoes, and ticks. Patchouli helps to get rid of gnats, black flies, and snails. Peppermint, ants, beetles, moths, and spiders. We actually take, we have a big sprayer because of course we don't like to use any toxic chemicals at all. And so for our boat, around the boat area, there's a lot of big old spiders. So we have a big sprayer. We mix peppermint essential oil in with some water, and that's what we spray all around the boat to help get rid of the spiders. And as soon as you see one, if you spray the peppermint, they run away very fast. So it's great. And even around the house, I know around here in Michigan, there's a lot of those big spiders that come around the house. We do spray around our house with peppermint oil as well, and it helps to get rid of those big spiders so we don't have any, or very minimal, coming into the house, and you don't have toxic chemicals. Thyme gets rid of beetles, chiggers, cutworms, and ticks as well. And white fir helps to get rid of aphids, snails, and slugs. So what do you do after you harvest? After digging, lifting, snipping, doing all the watering, now we want to reap the benefits of our garden, right? Sometimes after cutting and you're digging and you're planting, you may have chapped hands, blistered, sometimes we're sore afterwards. Well, doTERRA has actually a couple great products. If you're sore after doing your gardening and doing a lot of outside work, you can use doTERRA's Deep Blue Soothing Blend. So it's available in oil. It has an oil roll-on. You can use it as a dietary supplement to reduce the inflammation that you may have from overworking. And it also comes in a lotion that you can rub on any of your achy muscles, on any of the joints that you have that are achy. And it gives a nice soothing, cooling sensation. That's great for sore muscles. If you have chapped hands, there are lots of, doTERRA also has some lotions that have essential oils in it as well that you can put on your hands to help re-moisturize after gardening, okay? So you can also help if you get blisters from overworking. You can use a drop of lavender essential oil. And if you have any kind of cuts or scrapes, you can use doTERRA's Correct-X. It's a multi-purpose ointment that helps clean up skin issues and helps to soothe the area of distress. Very simple. And then I'm going to give you a quick, easy recipe that will be nice and refreshing after you're done in the garden, right? Because you've worked all day in the garden. Let's make a lavender lemonade, right? Very nice and refreshing, and I'll post the recipe as well in the comments. So you're going to use a cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice, a half a cup, or I don't like it very sweet, so I would use a lot less. You can play with this, of pure maple syrup, okay? So I only do maybe a tablespoon. The recipe calls for half a cup. If you have a sweet tooth, you can use that if you'd like as well. You would use 4 cups of water, 2 drops of lavender essential oil, and 2 to 4 drops of lemon essential oils and ice cubes. And you can mix that up, make a picture of it, and you have a refreshing drink to enjoy after you've finished all of your gardening for the day. Pretty simple, huh? So, did you know, I'm going to give you a couple of fun facts real quick. Did you know that it takes 10 pounds of lavender to make a 5 milliliter bottle of lavender essential oil? And it takes 67 pounds of plant material to make a 5 ml bottle of Melissa essential oil. Melissa, which is basically lemon balm, it's a fancy name for lemon balm, is named for a sweet aroma that attracts bees and helps to pollinate your garden. So Melissa is one of those oils if you're looking to help attract bees and help to pollinate all of your garden. Melissa means honeybee in Greek. So that's where they got the name Melissa, okay, when you're using lemon balm. In addition to garden help, it also has a positive effect on mood. It calms feelings of tension, it contributes to a restful sleep, and it helps to give you a feeling of well-being. It's considered by many in the alternative medicine world to be the most potent essential oil available. So you can dilute it, you can apply it topically, or you can use it as a flavor in your tea, or make a little tea out of it. You can use it hot, you can use it cold. So Melissa is one of those great oils that have lots of benefits in the garden and for yourself as well. So I'm not going to keep going on and on tonight. I know all of you want to go have dinner if you haven't already, but I'm really glad that you joined me tonight. I'm just going to talk to you for a quick moment about how you can get the essential oils that we talked about today. Or if you have any questions at all about anything that we talked about, like I said, I'm going to put some pictures in the comments with some recipes as well, so you'll be able to look back and have those recipes for any of the things that we talked about. If I missed something and you want to learn more about some of the products that we've discussed today, just put a message in the comment, or you can personal message me. I'll also leave you can give us a call, you can send an email, or you can private message. If you don't feel comfortable talking in front of everyone, that's fine too. But just remember, by making a comment, you know, other people might have the same question as you, so we can get that answered for everyone. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about anything that we talked about today. All right, so how do you get the essential oils? There are a few ways that you can get doTERRA's essential oils. You can get them and pay retail for any of the oils that we talked about. You can pay retail for them. You can also get your oils by getting a membership, which is $35. kind of like Costco. You're just going to pay $35, and anytime you purchase any of the products or oils, you're going to save 25%, which is great. And you can also purchase, if you're new to essential oils and you haven't gotten any, you can get started with a starter kit. And with a starter kit, your membership fee is waived, so you won't have to pay the $35, that's included, and you'll get your oils for less than wholesale pricing. Pretty awesome, right? And for the rest of this month until July 31st, if you decide you want to get started with a starter kit, there's 2 kits to choose from. You can get started with a small bottle kit or a large bottle kit, and I'll also post that in the comments that shows all the oils that come with it. You get your membership for free, but you also get $50 to use in free oils for next month. So that's a great bonus this month that you can use. It comes with a diffuser, and it comes with the top 10 oils. So it's a pretty great starter kit. And the extra bonus for the extra $50 is good until July 31st. So I'll post that in the comments as well so you can get a better idea of it. And then if you want to add on any additional products that we discussed, you can do that and you'll save 25% rather than paying retail. So pretty super cool, pretty awesome. Just let me know if you have any questions, and I can help you with what oils would be best for you and your garden so you can help it thrive, okay? I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you learned something cool about the garden. I can't wait to share more pictures with you about the garden, and I hope you all post pictures of yours. If you have any pictures of your garden or your flowers, whether it's vegetables or plants or herbs, any kind of thing, I would love to see them. So please share with me what you have growing in your garden today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Amy from Shores Wellness Solutions, and I want to be your inspiration for healthy living. So good night, guys, and I will talk to you all soon. Thank you.